question I'm really excited to ask you about is blue UAS. So obviously a huge topic this year. Potential DJI ban. It looks like now there is a DJI ban for at least for federal funds, but I believe it was the DIU picked five different aircraft that it trusts and that it is kind of deeming blue UAS and trusted aircraft that they allow government funds to be used on. You're the like Mike mentioned, the policy guy. Can you talk to us maybe about that process and what that was like?
Sure. Yeah. Blue sUAS is a great program sponsored by the Defense Innovation Unit at the Pentagon that is focused on supporting the growth of a healthy, strong, and sustainable domestic drone manufacturing base. And it's no secret, nor is it a surprise, that the program has really strong bipartisan support in the Congress. So Skydio is one of the 5 blue sUAS drones, and we're a trusted partner of not only the Department of Defense, but other federal agencies. And in terms of the selection process, there were really 3 core features. The first was performance evaluation along a number of levers, extremely rigorous, not just in a lab, but in the field for weeks, performance level evaluation. 2 was cybersecurity evaluation. This is not just, let's run some superficial tests. And by the way, I worked at the National Security Agency and I teach cybersecurity law and policy at a law school as well as part of my background. This was a under the hood, reverse engineer level cybersecurity evaluation. And the third was supply chain security. It's sort of an underappreciated but critically important aspect of cybersecurity is, where do your security critical parts come from? And how do you think about that? So at the end of the day, Skydio was determined by the Department of Defense to be compliant with the really rigorous supply chain security restrictions that Congress levied on the Department of Defense in last year's National Defense Authorization Act, Section 848. And if you peel back a step further, I mean, the reason why we have a blue sUAS program is that the market just isn't terribly healthy right now. If I guess putting Skydio aside, if you were a Martian and you dropped into this marketplace, you would wonder whether it were a good idea to have a single vendor dominate roughly 80% of the market, especially when that vendor is based in a country that may have interest adversarial to our own, especially when that vendor is required to comply with Chinese laws that allow access to data obtained by the company at any time, any place, anywhere. You would question why consumers don't have more choice, and you would probably conclude that more competition would be good for everyone across the board, manufacturers and consumers. And the blue sUAS program is one part of that potential solution that ultimately helps to provide not only more choice for federal customers, but for every customer on the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.